Hey guys, welcome back to our weekly videos. I am Carlos Colon with Georgia Perimeter Homes, and today we're going to be talking about how to pick your real estate broker. So, again, welcome back. Here we go. Real estate brokers. Okay, so it's important to differentiate the difference here. You have real estate agents and you have real estate brokers. Not always the same thing. Number one, a real estate agent can get their next step up in a license and get their broker's license. It doesn't always mean that they actively run their own brokerage. Not the same thing. They could if they wanted to, but there's other business things that are involved in doing that. For the sake of this video, what we're really going to talk about is, let's assume that you're considering hiring a particular real estate agent, whether it be a friend, family member, or something of the sort, and you're looking at what broker they're working through, whether it be Remax, Berkshire, Keller Williams, anything like that, to really determine how that affects or doesn't affect the ability to sell your home. So, let's get into some of the differences. So, without going into detail with the other brokerages, of course, we're licensed through Keller Williams Realty. So, I'm partial, obviously, to Keller Williams Realty. That's what I know, like the back of my hand, and I know what support they provide. And that's going to be the key word that we're going to talk about for this video: support. The broker's job is really to support the agent. Now, what support means between the broker and the agent will be different depending on what their goals are and how the brokerage operates. There are some brokerages that all they do is hold the real estate agent's license, and they don't really do anything as far as support for the agent. When we talk about support, what we're talking about is going to be education of the agent, the ability to also reach out and have other members within that brokerage that they can reach out to get help with whatever it is they're selling. Like maybe you have a unique property and they've never sold one before like that either, and that's okay. Can they get the information they need in order to be able to help you really well, or are they just going to be shooting in the dark and hoping that they hit on being able to sell it and sell it well? Well, all that makes a big difference when it comes to what broker they're with and what kind of support they do or don't have, if you could imagine. So a good example of this is when somebody has only sold $200,000 properties and then they jump up to $500,000-$600,000 without a whole lot of experience, or maybe they even jump up to $1 million or $2 million. Well, there are vast differences in the expectations that an agent should do and the quality of what they should do between those price points. If you can imagine, the amount of money being paid in commission should also reflect the quality of what's being done. And so it's really important that whatever the broker is doing or whatever broker they're with is providing them that support. There are a lot of times where I've realized myself in hindsight that a lot of agents, let's say that we had an expired or withdrawn listing that we took up, which we do a lot of, and there's a lot of information that we bring to the table that they never heard before in the past. And it's important to know that that comes from experience and broker support. When it comes to out-of-state marketing, the larger the brokerage and the more agents are with that firm, the more the ability to be able to directly market to all those agents within that firm for the sale of your property ends up being a win-win for both the agent and you. But so let's say that there's a brokerage that they're partnered with and they have 500 agents under that umbrella at that particular market center. Well, great. You have 499 other agents that you could pass this property to just within your brokerage alone, not even on the MLS, to try to pick up a buyer. And so when we go into that, then the opposite is also true. Well, let's say that they're partnered with a broker that only has 3, 4, 5 agents. Well, which brokerage is more likely to possibly have the buyer that the agent's working with already within the brokerage? Well, the one with more agents, of course. So it's important for us to be able to look at those details and know, well, obviously the larger the broker, the more the exposure. typically. Again, the other word becomes experience, right? So just because you're with that brokerage, whatever the larger brokerage is, doesn't necessarily mean that you have the experience and the knowledge to be able to do what you're supposed to be doing and do it well. That's up to the agent to be able to reach out to the brokerage to get done what they should do right the first time. Not all agents do that, as you can imagine. Our brokerage, for example, has over 400 agents, and within that, you have your top tier, so to say, of agents within the market center, and then you have the newer agents, so to say, that really are learning as they go along. And it's important to understand what your agent and brokerage know and don't know, and then what kind of support they provide that agent and what kind of support they don't provide that agent. And the important part is just remember that question. If you ever ask somebody, hey, what do they not do for you? Well, it'd be like asking, what do you not like? What would you like to have that you don't currently have? Well, some people would know, but a lot of people don't know what they don't know. And so it's important to understand that. So really just ask, what support does your brokerage provide you in your business and what you do to sell? And just take notes. And so when you're interviewing agents, compare those side by side to really know who is more likely, as far as broker support to your agent, to be able to get the job done for you. So this does play a big part in getting the job done. It's not the end-all be-all, but it is an important part. So don't take it for granted. Make sure to ask the questions. So that's it. If you or any of your friends are interested in buying or selling a home in the state of Georgia, please give us a call at 770-314-1285 or check out our website at www.georgiaperimeterhomes.com. Thanks. Bye.